So this morning, I remember something that I did to my husband, and my husband told me that that's the biggest thing that I did that hurt him the most ever since we got married. If you are new to this page, my name is Franca, and this year I'm going to be married for 10 years to the glory of God. And I did something to my husband just about 2 months ago, and my husband said that ever since we got married, that there's nothing that I ever did that hurt him up to this. So I want to share with you what I did to my husband. And I'm sharing this so that somebody out there, a woman out there, will be careful and be. So it happened that I and my husband, we were in an argument. I cannot remember exactly what happened, but we had an argument, and I think I was the one that was at fault. I think I did something to offend him. And my husband was talking to me, saying a lot of things to me, you know. He talked and talked. He said a lot of words that were very hurtful to me. He spoke about my parents, and it's been a very, very long time my husband did that. Like, it's been a very, very long time my husband did that. So I felt very bad. I felt very hurt. I felt very, when I offended him, when I committed the offense, I was thinking of apologizing, understand, and just saying sorry for what I did. But the way he started talking and talking and talking, like he took the thing out of proportion, like he blew it too much, and I could not. I was like, is it not because of this small thing that I did? It's paining me now that I cannot remember exactly what I did, but it was just something very, very little. You understand? And so I was like, is it because of this little thing? He started calling out my parents, started talking, and we promised each other that we wouldn't do that again. Mm. Promised each other that we will not call out each other's parents. I don't call out his parents at all. I've never called out his parents, but he used to do that before. And so he promised me that he won't do that again. But this time around, he did it again. And so I got angry. And this was what I did. I said that you are. So we just went about our business as if everything was okay. I didn't know that nothing was okay. He became so cold. He became so quiet. My husband is not a quiet person, but he became so quiet. Whenever I asked him for maybe what do you want to eat, he would just give me a straight answer. There was no smiling, there was no laughing. I knew that everything was not okay, but I didn't know how to ask him what was wrong. So we got the opportunity to talk, and then I asked him, I said, is there any problem? And he said, no, that there's no problem at all. There's no problem. And I just told him, I said I was not comfortable with, even our sexual life was direct, no communication, nothing. Like he just shut down completely. And then after like a month or so, he told me and he said that ever since we got married, that I have never offended him as like have not given him this kind of shocker ever since we got married. I said, what did I do? I know that I've never cheated on you, I've never disrespected you, I've never, I don't know, what did I do? Was there something I did? He now told me, he said, although he's not offended, but if he feels disappointed that the way he placed me, he didn't think that I would ever, ever be able to speak to him like that. And so I said, what did I do? Because I had even forgotten that I said anything, you get. So he now told me, he said, so he told me what I said. And I was shocked that that kind of word could come out from my mouth, because this is these are some of the words that I vowed never ever to say to my husband. And I tried as much as possible to keep myself in check all these years. But I don't know how those kind of words came out from my mouth, and it affected him psychologically, physically. He said a lot of things to me that day, and I felt so bad. He said he always looked up to me as somebody that, even though he knows that in this particular area he's very, very guilty, that he learns from me. That he learns from me. Sometimes he talks to himself and he says, "Look at the way your wife is always talking. She's very soft spoken. Can't you talk like her? Can't you be like her? Can't you just try to calm down a little bit, And he's trying to adjust. But that after that thing that I did, he felt very disappointed. Like he was telling himself, so she's just like every other woman. So it was just a matter of time before she breaks down and then turns into something else, you know. So my wife is not this loyal person I used to know. She's not that. So, and the thing affected him, saying that he is no longer my king. It was like that I made him feel very low. I made him feel very unseen. I made him feel very, that it even affected his job, and for me to even say that my neighbor's husband was better than him. And he used to, because of the way I used to carry him, you understand, he used to, like, he carries himself with so much confidence because he knows I hype him a lot. I tell him, you are this, you are that, you are big, you are blessed. I pray for him a lot. So for me to tell him that somebody else was better than him, it broke him completely. It broke him completely. And I didn't know how to apologize for that. I almost shed tears. But I made a promise to him. I said I would never, something like that will never ever repeat itself again. I did not even tell him that it was the one that triggered me to say that, but he knew already that he triggered me to say that, but he wasn't expecting me to say something. Yes, he thought that I had my emotions in check, like I was able to chest all those things he was saying, as I always would have chested it. But he was not expecting what he heard, and I felt so bad about it. So what am I saying? Women, we have to be very, very careful. Don't let a man turn you into something that you are not. I know that you are angry. I know that he's pushing you to the wall. And sometimes when they push us as women to the wall, we just turn back and we explode like a bomb. Yeah, like a time bomb. We have to be very careful. You have to be careful. Because your husband talked to you in a particular way, you now talk to him back, does not make you in the right. Do you understand what I'm saying? Me saying that somebody else is better than my husband, because my husband says something and something and something to me, does not make my own response right. I am still wrong for responding to him in a very derogative and a very, very disrespectful way like that. Women, let's be careful. Be careful the way you speak to your husband. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. So, this message is not actually for everybody. But if you watch this series, you watch this story from start to finish, and you learn something from it, I pray that God will bless you and God will keep your marriage. And for those that will come after me and say, oh, it's good the way you gave him aura for aura, it's good the way you, thank you, but no thank you. That's not how my marriage works. That's not the way my marriage has been these 10 years. I don't do aura for aura with my husband. No. I don't do energy for energy. I don't say you insult me, I insult you. You hit me, I hit you. My husband doesn't, he's not a woman beater. All right? I don't say you do me, I do you. We don't do that in my marriage. We don't. We don't. I don't instigate my children against my husband. I don't. I don't. That's not the way my marriage works. I'm a lover of peace. I'm a lover of love. I'm a lover of God, and anything that doesn't please God, anything that doesn't make God happy, no matter what my husband is bringing, I don't put back anything that does not give God glory. I don't. And if as a human being I find myself, making a mistake and then doing things that I regret, something that I saying something, I apologize immediately and I make amends. And even up till today, I'm still apologizing and I'm still praying for him and reversing those words that I said. Do you understand? And reversing those words that I said to him, that is no longer a king. My husband is a king. My husband is a king. He is a king. He will continue to be a king. He's my king. He's a king in his father's house. He's a king in our home. He's a king in my heart. He's a king. And he will continue to be a king. He will continue to be a king. And there is no man on this earth that is better than my husband. I continue to I make it a point of duty to reassure him that as much as I can this period, because I need to put his mind in that space again. I need him to begin to feel like a king again. I need him to begin to feel like he's on top of the world, because of course he's on top of the world. Yes, and I'm so blessed to have him in my life. All right. So if you have learned one thing or two from this series, please apply it in your marriage. Marriage is not warfare. Marriage is not war between you and your husband. It's not war. It's not war. It's peace. It's peace. It's peace. And who brings that peace is Jesus. Is God, that gives the wisdom for the husband and the wife to be able to live together peaceably. God bless you. Follow me for more videos. Thank you so much.